What's going on, guys? JSGC here, back again with another Manchester City live stream watch-along, where we're going to be doing the watch-along of City's Champions League away match against Villarreal in Spain. So before I do crack on with this live stream, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. We're now less than 100 subscribers away from my goal of 47,000 subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to go and check out my social media links. You can find them in the description or on the yellow banner if you want to go and follow me on my X, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for the sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on today's stream. We're aiming for 100 likes. Already into double figures. We're 88 likes away from 100, so any help towards that, guys, would be much appreciated. And also don't forget as well to get your thoughts in the live chat. Welcome Dave Cleveland. He says, we're made to look good by your Dolphins. Can we play you every week? That'd be the dream for the Cleveland Browns, but Miami Dolphins are just terrible. They're having a bad season. I think the less said about this season, the better. So we're going to move on away from that. Brahim, welcome. Thank you very much for tuning in, showing his love for City and his appreciation. And also, welcome, unofficial Martin, still unofficial. I'm looking forward to you going official, which is going to come after Halloween. And I'm excited for that. So welcome, Martin. Do hope you're well, my friend. Thank you very much for tuning in. So in the comments, guys, don't forget, get your score predictions and get where you're tuning in from. That would be brilliant. Also, we've got our poll rolling as well if you want to go and leave your votes about what you think is going to happen in today's game. 9% at the moment going with a Villarreal win. It's ever changing. 17% now, 75% with a City win and 8% with a draw. So do get your votes in. We will close that poll upon kickoff in roughly around 22 minutes time. Now finally, I want to say a big thank you to today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. SofaScore are going to keep you guys up to date with all the latest football scores from around the grounds. They're going to keep you guys up to date with all the latest match information, along with the latest statistics, team news, and so much more. Not just limited to football, it's got you guys covered for all the sports and information that you want to go and follow. If you're a follower of the Major League Baseball, you've got the World Series coming up. That's on SofaScore and it's covered. NFL, of course, American football, that's covered. Darts, that's covered. Cricket, I think we've got, is it the Ashes coming up this winter? That's covered. You've got the international series taking place in rugby union in what, I think it's just over 10 days' time. That's covered. All the sports, guys. So do go and check it out. Links and details, they are in the description. It is a free app to download, very highly rated, and I would recommend checking out SofaScore. So, yeah, any downloads using my link in the description or the QR code on screen does help to support the future content created here on my channel, and also, obviously, supports the channel as well. I do have my promo video, which I'm going to roll in just one moment, and then we're going to speak about the team news, because it's quite juicy team news and quite a bit for me to get my teeth into. So, yeah, I'll see you in 20 seconds. And a big thank you to SofaScore for sponsoring today's live stream. Unofficial Martin says, yeah, Jay, me too. See you soon after the 31st. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I really am looking forward to it. I hope it goes well, becoming official Martin. Is it like a branch off away from the Mancunian way, or is it just like is it like a special like marketing thing that's going on? Like, what's happening? Is there any official exclusives that unofficial Martin can let us know about? I don't know. We'll see. Also, welcome Sean as well. Says, City will win. Mark my words. I do hope you're right, my friend. I really do hope You are right. So we're going to have a look at the teams because very interesting this from Pep Guardiola. Always is interesting with a Pep Guardiola team selection. Just having a look at the couple of early kickoffs in the Champions League today. Barcelona have won at home against Olympiacos by 6-1. And also you've seen Kairat and Paphos draw 0-0. So you've got 6 games. Yeah, 6 games taking place in the Champions League this evening. You've got Arsenal in North London taking on Atletico Madrid. You've got Bayer Leverkusen. I believe that Claudio Echeverri is making his debut in their home game in Germany, taking on PSG. You also have FC Copenhagen taking on Borussia Dortmund. Of course, Man City's next opponents, Borussia Dortmund, in the Champions League. That game's going to be taking place at the Etihad Stadium in 15 days' time. You've also got a game up in the northeast of England. You've got Newcastle taking on Benfica from Portugal. You've got PSV Eindhoven taking on Napoli. We'll see how former Man City man Kevin De Bruyne gets on there. You've also got USG taking on Inter Milan. And finally, you've got Villarreal taking on Manchester City, the Yellow Submarine for City to take on in Villarreal, which I believe is a town just north of Valencia in sunny Spain. So we'll see what does happen. So got it locked and loaded on SofaScore. They're asking who I think is going to win. I do think City are going to win. I'm going 2-0 as my score prediction. It'll be like a Spanish football game, like watching a La Liga game. It's Pep Guardiola, obviously, leading Manchester City. We've got a very Spanish influence at the club in terms of the style of play, very similar to La Liga. I'd say that City, obviously being in the Premier League, are a little more aggressive or a bit more physical. So I'm hoping, like we did at the weekend against Everton, it's going to be a tight game. It's going to be a close game. I'm hoping we can make this game about quality. If we can make it about quality, I think Man City can win this game. So I'm going to go 2-0. Trevon, thank you for tuning in, going 3-0 Man City. Geffen, thank you for tuning in, going 2-0 Man City. I'm going with a Man City win as well. I'm going by 2-0. 83% of SofaScore users agreeing with me with a Man City win. 9% with a draw and 8% with a Villarreal win. The game today taking place at the Estadio de la Ceramica. It's a stadium that's recently been renovated. It's all yellow. It's a very unusual stadium. The match official today is Serdar Gozebuyuk from the Netherlands, and today's game is being broadcast live in the UK. It's live on TNT Sports or Discovery Plus, depending on what platform you are watching on. Dave reckons a City win as well, going with a 2-1 win. So we're going to have a look at the teams. First and foremost, average age of Villarreal's team is 26.5 years. The average age of Man City's team is 25.3 years, so a little bit more experience on the pitch today from Villarreal compared with Manchester City. Man City's average age of the team a whole year younger than Villarreal, and that's something that City have been working hard on from the January transfer window of last season and also the summer transfer window as well. It wasn't just about, transitioning and bringing in high quality players. It was about transitioning, bringing in high quality players and ensuring that the average age of Man City's squad was being brought down. How many times did we see Man City having the average age of their squad 26, 27, 28, sometimes even close to 29 years old? So it's nice that, in some of the games, the average is being brought down to 23, 24, 25 as the average age of the squad. So real good to see from Manchester City. And it's going to take City a little bit of time to embed some of the new players in, the younger players, the more inexperienced players. But if Man City do stick at it and we can scramble some success for this season and probably going into next season as well, I reckon you give it a couple of seasons, I think things will start to gel together and things will start to come good for Manchester City as you start to see these players that we've invested heavily in over the last 12 months start to come good for Manchester City. So it's a waiting game, it's a patient game. I think for me, My expectations have always been set at what I was saying in my stream on Saturday about Man City just needing to make progress. We want to see progress made in home games against Everton. That's good to see. Progress made in our home game against Man United, good to see, because we didn't see much progress from our home game against Spurs and our away game against Brighton. Games that we lost last season that we've lost this season as well. And I'm looking at the Champions League and I'm thinking to myself, well, we struggled to make the top 20, top 24. And ultimately, we ended up finishing just qualifying. We ended up just making the playoffs. And ultimately, going into the last 16 playoff and also having home advantage taken away from us for the second leg. So that's what City have got to be working hard towards, trying to make progress. We're targeting a top 8 finish. If we want a top 8 finish, then you've got to go and do difficult away games at Villarreal and pick up wins. We went to Monaco a few weeks back. We should have won that game. We didn't win that game. We dropped points, but we didn't lose. We've got to try and put that right, because it's been nearly a year since Man City have won away from home in Europe. That needs rectifying. That progress needs to be made tonight. And then we can start to look at our other games that we've got coming up. Games against Dortmund at home, not going to be easy. Bayer Leverkusen at home, not going to be easy. 2 German opponents. We're back in Spain to take on Real Madrid away. That's going to be really difficult. They, of course, knocked us out in that last 16 playoff last season. And then we've still got games in January to the Arctic Circle away from home on an artificial turf, taking on Bodo Glimt. Going to be very difficult. And also taking on Galatasaray in the final game, who, if either team have got anything riding on that game, that can potentially become a real banana skin as well. So there's nothing straightforward. There's no gimmies in the Champions League. We've got to take it a game at a time. We've got to keep pushing and keep going. Not thinking about our next game in the Champions League against Dortmund. We don't want to be thinking about Aston Villa even at the weekend. Focusing only on this game. And now the good news is, I believe that Pep Guardiola, as a manager, has never lost to Villarreal, and I'm hoping that streak can continue today, and that isn't me jinxing things. So Villarreal lining up with a 4-3-3 formation, the team that's going to look to try and beat Pep Guardiola and beat Manchester City today is Luiz Junior starting in goal, Moreno starting at right back with Pedroza starting at left back. It's Juan Foyth that's returned to the starting 11, captaining Villarreal today. Alongside him, you've also got Veiga. Into midfield, you've got Thomas Partey, former Arsenal man. You've got Kosamana and Papagay as well. You've got Nicolas Pepe on one side, Buchanan on the other, and it is Mika Tuadzi starting up top, the striker for Villarreal. On the bench for them today, you've got Conde, Tenas, Altamara, Cardona, Marin, Solomon, Pariejo, Akumoch, Malero, Moreno, Oluwesi and Perez. They are led by manager Marcelino. They are missing a couple of players, including Tor, Costa and Camboala. Camboala I would have been expecting to start this game. He doesn't start this game. But plenty of quality on offer from Villarreal, who do sit third in La Liga. And also, I think they've lost, 2 games all season. They're in La Liga, that is. They're a good team. They're a team that know how to grind. They're a team that know how to try and dominate the ball, try and get forward, get the balls to the attackers. They're going to be looking for the likes of Buchanan, I think scored at the weekend. Obviously, we know the dangers that that Nicolas Pepe can have when it comes to his attacking credentials, where we know what Thomas Partey can do in midfield, so expect some crunching tackles. We know about the likes of Juan Foyth, captain for Villarreal, former Spurs man as well. So there's lots of quality all over the pitch. Good goalkeeper in Luiz Junior. Got a good defence, a good midfield, a good strike force. So City, they've got to be on it. They've got to be on it, because if they're not going to be on it, Villarreal will take points off us. They could potentially beat us. That's the quality that they've got. It's going to be difficult. So City got to try and make this game about quality. They've got to get their attackers involved. got to pick up the loose second balls, got to be wary of the set pieces, got to be wary of the balls over the top as well, and also ensuring that if Villarreal are having the ball, that they're not being given time and space on the ball as well, because if they are, they will hurt Manchester City. I think this game's going to come down to not only quality, but also which team's going to be clinical as well, because I can see Champions League, two teams here, difficult game, two teams trying to suss each other out, so I don't think there's going to be too many opportunities in this first half. I think it's going to be quite a nip and tuck, quite close game, so it's all about when the opportunities present themselves, you've got to take them. If you do take them, you've got to build on that, because that's something that went wrong against AS Monaco. We never put that game to bed. If you don't put a game to bed and you will keep it narrow, then expect to be stung, especially with the quality that you're looking at in the Champions League. Monaco got good quality. They punished us. Villarreal have got equally as good quality, and if we don't put the game to bed, they'll punish us as well. Got to learn them lessons. For Manchester City, lining up with a 4-1-4-1 formation. As I said, it's an average age of 25.3 years for Man City today. Lining up with Gianluigi Donnarumma in goal. A back four made up, so SofaScore have got this down as Rico Lewis at right back. Josko Gvardiol goes in at left back with two centre-backs, John Stones and Ruben Dias. Into midfield, you've got Nico Gonzalez, Bernardo Silva, and they've got Matheus Nunes being in a more attacking position today. Savinho on one side, Jeremy Doku on the other, Erling Haaland, obviously the clear danger that Villarreal have got to try and keep quiet in this game, so expect them to try and double team man mark Haaland out of this game. How do you keep a player that just can't stop scoring goals for fun quiet? Man City's game, of course, important that they try and get Erling Haaland involved as much in this game, give him them opportunities so he can put the ball in the back of the net. But as I was saying in my live stream on Saturday, it's important that if Haaland isn't going to be scoring goals or we're struggling to get him involved in the game, then we need other players to pick up them pieces. I am a bit concerned about that midfield, and obviously no Phil Foden today. We've got Jeremy Doku and Savinho once more, an attacking partnership out wide that we saw a lot of last season, which a lot of the time left a lot to be desired in terms of goals and assists, and we were struggling a little bit with goals and assists when we saw Savinho and Doku starting alongside each other, yet Pep Guardiola continues to stick alongside Savinho and Doku, and it'd be nice to see, because I think Doku and Haaland's partnership that they've formed has been real good, much improved on from last season, so hopefully we can find that link-up play and make things work there. Savinho, I'm hoping, can take tremendous confidence from him grabbing an assist in our game against Everton, albeit that came from the left wing rather than the right wing. Savinho will get opportunities today. It'd be nice to see him get a goal today. Just give him a big confidence boost, because, you know, having Savinho find his form and find his feet could be a huge bonus for Man City. The kind of bonus that, you know, makes you a title challenger, makes you serious about winning Premier Leagues and Champions League. So if we can get Savinho finding his feet sooner rather than later, that would be absolutely brilliant. And Savinho, of course, returning back to Spain, where he had tremendous success with Girona playing in La Liga, so he'll be familiar with playing against Villarreal. So hopefully a return to Spain will just take confidence from that, take confidence from his assist at the weekend, and he can push forward from there. Now, City led by manager Pep Guardiola. On the bench today, you've got James Trafford, Marcus Bettinelli, Nathan Ake, Nico O'Reilly, Tijjani Reijnders, Mateo Kovacic, Rayan Cherki, Rayan Ait-Nouri, Phil Foden, Oscar Bobb, and Omar Marmoush. City are missing a couple of players, including Abdukodir Khusanov, the pace at the back, and also, obviously, the high-quality player in Rodri. I do believe that Villarreal are going to be doing a presentation, because Rodri is a former Villarreal player. I think, inducted him almost into, that Hall of Fame thing to celebrate his success with the Spanish national team, and, of course, him picking up the Ballon d'Or as well. So a nice little touch there from Villarreal, and they're a good club. I like Villarreal. I'm just hoping that we can beat them today. Not faced them in 14 years. Speaking of Rodri, there he is out on the pitch, soaking in the applause from the home and away fans, waving to everybody. Big smile on his face as well, which is fantastic to see. And nice little tribute being played out by Villarreal as well. Good stuff to see. Fantastic stuff to see. Gets given a little gift and a little presentation. It looks like a little bit of memorabilia that he's been given by Villarreal, celebrating his Ballon d'Or success that he had from last year, which is fantastic to see. So just looking at that bench from Man City, obviously there's players that can make a huge difference, but I'm just looking at that bench and I'm thinking to myself, firstly, fantastic, welcome back Rayan Ait-Nouri. Great to see that he's now fit to make the squad, which is a big positive. Getting players back fit and ready to go is good. Surprised Tijjani Reijnders has been rotated. I weren't expecting to see him be rotated. I weren't expecting to see Phil Foden be rotated. He played no minutes during the international break. He's had 2 weeks off. He's started one game and yet he's been rotated. And I don't know what we're doing with midfield. SofaScore have got Rico Lewis in at right back, but I think Matheus Nunes is going to go in at right back. I think Man City are going to try and drop Nico Gonzalez deeper to support John Stones and Ruben Dias. Nice to see John Stones in the starting 11, by the way, but bit of a sucker blow for Nathan Ake. I was hoping he could get some more minutes and start to just gel himself in a bit more because he looked very rusty at the weekend, in my opinion. But yeah, you could drop Nico Gonzalez deeper. He supports Ruben Dias and John Stones, and that's going to allow more freedom for Josko Gvardiol and Matheus Nunes to provide and get forward as overlaps or support into midfield. And I feel like Rico Lewis is going to be given more freedom to roam around, whether that be out wide or at right back or into midfield. Almost like the freedom he had in Man City's semi-final against Nottingham Forest in the FA Cup last season at Wembley, because Rico Lewis was one of the standout players that day, scored an early goal which helped Manchester City to go on to win that game and get to the FA Cup final. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I'd have preferred to have seen a bit more grit in Man City's midfield. There isn't a lot of physicality there. Bernardo Silva, Nico Gonzalez, players that are good with the ball at their feet, and obviously playing in Spain, it's always about your midfield control, which is why in my preview I thought we might have gone with Kovacic, but here we are. Anyway, players have made their way out of the tunnel. Champions League anthem plays, so feel free to boo along at home, but it'll be interesting to see what the starting 11 looks like in terms of the formation and the players' positions and roles into this game. So guys, don't forget, get your thoughts in the live chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from today. Let me know your score prediction as well. Don't forget to get your vote on the poll as well. 81% of you guys thinking Man City are winning today. So do get your vote in on the poll in the chat. Also, don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up on today's stream. We're aiming for 100 likes. We're now 71 likes away, so any help towards that would be brilliant. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. It is free to subscribe. Social media links as well. They are in the description if you want to go and follow me on my X, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And finally, do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. And a big thank you to SofaScore for sponsoring today's live stream. So, Bella, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Going for a 4-0 Man City win. Geffen says, don't really like Nunes playing as a central attacking midfielder. He'd rather it had been Rayan Cherki or Phil Foden. I think he's going to play out wide. I think the extra player in midfield is going to be Rico Lewis. And I think you're going to see Bernardo Silva helping to support behind the striker along with Rico Lewis. They're going to take it in turns, basically. If Bernardo decides to drop deep, which he often does, then Rico Lewis is going to be the player providing that support, is what I think Man City will do, but it might be Matheus Nunes. Either way, it's a bit odd. Melody, thanks for tuning in, going for a 2-1 Man City win. I'm going 2-0. What are your score predictions, guys? Dest, thanks for tuning in, says, what do I think about the Nico G, Bernardo, Rico midfield? Not for me. I'd like to see a bit more physicality in there, but there we go. David, Tinkerman, Pep Guardiola is back. What's Lewis doing in the lineup? He just chucks out a curveball. I'm hoping it's going to be genius Pep Guardiola today, rather than unnecessarily rotating the squad when he doesn't need to and overthinking things. I'm hoping it's going to be genius Pep. As I said, I'm thinking back to when we saw something similar here from Man City, was FA Cup semi-final against Nottingham Forest. So we'll see. I'm surprised. I'd have thought Phil Foden would have been a gimme to have started this game. I really would. He's not played a single minute during the international break. He's been on holiday. He wasn't called up by England. He's been soaking in the sun, enjoying life. He's done one game and he's being rotated. Mind-blowing. Julia, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Hoping for a Man City win. Me too. So thank you for tuning in. Much appreciated. Also helping to moderate today's chat. Not too many rules that we've got here on the JSGC live streams, to be honest. Just keep it clean, no spoiling it for others. Have a good time, pretty much it, as we do have kickoff here at I forgot the name of the stadium. It's the Estadi de la Ceramica, I think is how it's pronounced. That might be slightly out, apologies for that, but yeah. Oh, early chance, Haaland, Savinho, surely, Doku. Oh, it's a great save from the keeper, but City should have been 1-0 up. Villarreal faffing around at the back. City pressed them high. I said opportunities might be few and far between, and there's a golden opportunity for some end product. And we don't have it. We don't have it. Sean, thanks for tuning in. Going 2-1 City because we're away from home. Fair enough. I'm going solid 2-0 win. We should have been 1-0 up there. Savinho picked the pocket. Great interception. Haaland feeds in Savinho, slightly behind him. He plays it across. Doku just slips. He can't get a clean effort. It goes low. The problem is there's not enough power, and it will just slightly behind everyone there. City almost just rushed it a little too much. And yeah, it's good to test the keeper early on, but I know we're 30 seconds in, but you know, it should have been 1-0. Should have been 1-0 that. Got to keep going though. That's what we're looking for. Pick the pocket, create the opportunities, score the goals. Should have scored there though. Really should have scored. What do you guys think? Do you reckon he should have scored there? I just should have scored. For me, it was a 3-on-2. City haven't stepped forward there. So it looks like Matheus Nunes is sitting in at the back. Poorly given away that by City. Villarreal drive into the City penalty area. City will get it clear. City are playing in their fourth shirts today. Attacking from left to right. I think it's in partnership with, is it EA26 or whatever the game's called? Formerly FIFA. I don't play it, so I don't know. But yeah, is it EA26 or EC26 or something? I think that's what it's. I think it's dedicated towards. But yeah, nicer than the rain kit. Nicer than the rain kit. Will we ever see the rain kit be used? We'll see. I'd love to. EAFC. There we go. Thank you very much, Geffen. Educating me. Ball in. Haaland header. It's wide. It's a good chance that as well. Good chance that for Erling Haaland. EAFC. I knew there was a C in it. And I knew EA were involved in somewhere or another. EAFC 26. That's what it's in partnership with. Yeah. I'd love to see the shirt sales of the rain kit. As to why Man City have chosen to go with the fourth kit. But we did the special tribute with Noel Gallagher last year. We had a fourth kit. I don't recall that being used all that much, but our away kit and third kit were much smarter, I thought, than the fourth kit, in my opinion, whereas this fourth kit's far smarter than the rain kit. I really don't like the rain kit. Away shirt for City, the black one's a smart shirt. I don't mind the home shirt either, so yeah. Commercialisation for you guys. Lots of shirts. We have special training gear, special tributes towards things and stuff. So much going on. There's even a Club World Cup special shirts, and they were actually pretty smart. It's a shame we didn't run with that into this season, but anyway, here we are. Dave says, what do I think of the changes to the offside laws for the World Cup? What changes have they made? I've neglected that. What's changed? Mine, thanks for tuning in. Welcome. So that, guys, don't forget, leave a thumbs up. We're now just 16 likes away from 50, so any help towards that would be great. Also, don't forget as well to leave your thoughts in the live chat, including your score prediction for today's game and where you're tuning in from. And do also subscribe and do go and check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details there in the description. Welcome, Andy and Alison, tuning in from York. Much appreciated. Do hope you are well. And also wishing you all a good evening as well. A nice man, Andy. I like Andy. Think to yourself, guys, what should I do in this situation? Think, what would Andy do? Be more like Andy. Top guy. And Alison as well. Fantastic. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. So, a free kick for City, just put into the box. Keeper gets a hand onto it, and Villarreal get it momentarily clear. City dominating this game, opening 5 minutes. Seen a couple of good opportunities. Doku's shot saved early on and a Haaland header wide. Oh, there you go. Space between the forward and defender to be offside. No more toenails. So what's like the definition then that they're going for offside? What's it got to be? There's got to be like a margin for error, really. Like give or take either way. To be honest, I'd like to see it introduced a little bit like cricket, which is the impact of the on-field decision, which would help sort out clear and obvious. You know, if it's a kneecap or a toe ahead of the line, it goes to the referee's call, the on-field decision. That's what I'd like to see introduced. And then just give a bit of a leeway, a margin for error. I presume that the World Cup's doing it so they can see more goals, because obviously being set in the in North America and in particular in the United States of America, they like high-scoring games and goals and things happening. They don't want 0-0s and 1-0s and boring games. They'll lose interest. They want high-scoring. They want entertainment. So I presume that rule's been brought in just to help see more attacks and more opportunities to score goals. And yeah, mine, definitely. Third kit's so bad, they've used a fourth kit before it. We used that fourth kit at home last year, didn't we? And Andy says he likes the third shirt, but has a t-shirt. The rain shirt, just weren't keen on it. I get you want to be creative. People want to go with like doing something different and doing something that's not been done before, but that's not for me. As I said, I'd love to see the sales figures. I really would. City win the ball high up here. It's a bit sloppy at times. Wayward passes from both sides. Just struggling to settle themselves in a little bit here, Villarreal. And Man City, if they can get a little foothold in, could be in a real good position. Here's City then to the right wing. Savinho to the byline, whipped in, and a shot comes in from Rico Lewis there, and it's well blocked. Right idea there from Savinho. As Villarreal look to spring the counter-attack, City looking to get players back. Bernardo Silva's one of them. Through ball comes in, and Villarreal player goes down. Referee says no penalty. Matheus Nunes coming in with a challenge. Just a shoulder-to-shoulder, never a penalty. Although it's a Champions League, you never know these days. Didn't think Monaco's was a penalty, but they got one, didn't they? And it was sickening. Here's Savinho now for Man City. Causing some problems, Savinho. Looks to get forward. Villarreal do well. And get this ball clear, or they should. And do. Should be mopped up this by Ruben Dias, and is. Here's John Stones. He's pivoted more into midfield. John Stones, it's a good ball that to Jeremy Doku. Takes a good touch as well. On the left-hand side, here's Josko. Returning back into the City starting 11 after being rotated after the international break. Not at centre-back, though. He's at left-back today. Here's Savinho. Metal, thank you for tuning in. It's got a Yankee fan and a City fan checking in. I like that. And thank you very much for your kind comment there. So, through the first 10 minutes, there's a lively first 5 minutes. I think Villarreal have just settled themselves in a bit more in the last few minutes. Getting forward a couple of times, causing problems on the counter-attack. Not making as many passing mistakes, giving the ball away in dangerous positions either. Such a unique stadium. That's a yellow card if ever I've seen it. Wayward pass from Villarreal. He legs up Matheus Nunes, and the first yellow card is out. Tyler, welcome. Hope you're well, my friend. As clear as a yellow card as you'll ever see. Matheus Nunes just steps forward, wins the ball, takes the man, down he goes, yellow card. I'm going to go City win 2-0, my prediction today. So, Pedraza into the book. Free kick here for City out on the right-hand side, which Bernardo Silva's gone over to take. I'd be surprised if he put a ball into the box from it. It'd be very deep. It's easier to pass, and City do pass it. Here's Matheus Nunes now. To Bernardo Silva. John Stones. To Matheus Nunes. City just playing at a walking pace at the minute. Mine says the Real City game will be interesting after the last disaster of last season playing against them. It will be an interesting game. I'm just a bit mindful of how difficult a game that's going to be. That I'm hoping that you can afford a slip up in the Champions League. You just can't afford too many. So I'm hoping we're not going to have many more slip-ups. Obviously, we dropped points against Monaco. It'd be good here to, in the build-up to that Madrid game, 2 home games against Dortmund and against Leverkusen and this away game today. It'd be nice to take 9 points from them games. It gives us that freedom to go to the Bernabeu under not too much pressure. And I'm hoping that Real Madrid might drop some points here and there, that they might be under more pressure, that maybe it might just help Man City. But we'll see. Good bit of defending there from Villarreal. Doku wanted a free kick. Not a free kick. Just can't get past his man. Football's a physical. I say it all the time. Football's a physical game. I want to, as long as the referee's consistent with it, I'm happy to see some challenges go. I'm happy to, for a bit of tussling going on here and there. What annoys me is when you see things like that go unpunished, and then moments later you see something much weaker get punished, and having them levels of inconsistency. And that's what I saw from that Monaco game. There was inconsistencies from the referee in that game for both sides. Just a bad official. Hoping today's one won't be anywhere near as controversial. John Stones can get a deflection, and Man City will get themselves a goal kick, which Donnarumma will take, and he'll move the ball quickly, and City will soon move this ball to the left-hand side for Croatian international Josko Gvardiol to get us forward. Here's Nico G then. He's got options to his right, plays a good pass to Matheus Nunes, and he can look to get City very further forward. He's got 2 runners to use on the left. Bernardo, one of them, Doku, the other. Plays a good ball to Doku. Doku does well to take the ball under control, and then he's going to get penalised for dragging back the defender for putting his arm on the shoulder. Free kick there for Villarreal. Let's have a look at it. Here's a free kick. He's not near the ball as City look to try and put a quick squeeze onto Villarreal's passing distribution out from the back. Villarreal do well to not only get the ball down the left-hand side, but done very well here to launch defence into attack. Pep Guardiola had his hands up in the air, not happy with Man City's pressing game there, not to win the ball back, and Villarreal continue to knock the ball forward, trying to create something. In the end, Josko Gvardiol just puts his head to this, puts it out for a throw into Villarreal 14 minutes in here. is Nicolas Pepe now. City do a good bit of defending there. They should win this ball back and do win this ball back. Problem is, they don't have many players further forward, so they've just got to try and knock this ball around to wait for players to get forward. At the moment, City have got everybody inside their own half. Eventually can find a bit of space and they can come forward. Doku trying to just spring an attack on for Man City there, but he can't. Defender gets a foot onto that. That'll be a throw-in for City. Just inside the Villarreal half. So we're through the first third of this first half. City have had a couple of good opportunities. The Doku early opportunity after 30-odd seconds. Well saved by the keeper, should have scored. And the other opportunity for Erling Haaland from a header, which didn't trouble the goalkeeper and went wide. A free header should have done better for me. City had a couple good opportunities. Not been clinical as of yet. Might be third time lucky though. Here is Savinho. Not the best of passes across the box there. And Villarreal can just put a foot on that and get that one clear. Got with two attackers up top there. Manages to find one of them. So there is the potential there of springing counter-attacks on City. Got three very good forwards. If they can get them involved in the game, it could be very dangerous. Now, City have managed to win the ball back. Here's Savinho to John Stones. Here's Matheus Nunes now to John Stones. Here's Savinho on the right-hand side for City. No way of getting any ball into the box. Haaland's just flirting at the back post at the minute. Jean says Villarreal's stadium looking smart, much better than Real Madrid's air fryer stadium. That's a good ball played across, and that's going to be 1-0. So Erling Haaland, it had to be Erling Haaland. Just like that, Manchester City lead by a goal to 0. Beautiful movement from Erling Haaland there. On his right foot. Into the back of the net. All about the power and precision of Erling Haaland's effort there, and his fantastic goal-scoring season continues. Rico Lewis onside. A pass came in from Savinho. Just knocks it back across. That's why Rico Lewis has started and got into an attacking position. He's there to create opportunities, and he has himself an assist. Good hit from Haaland. Clinical. Misses his good header before. After 5 minutes. 10 minutes later. Doesn't make any mistake there. And puts Manchester City ahead with the all-important opening goal. We've got to keep going now. We know what we need to do. Geffen says this man, he can't be stopped. He cannot be stopped. Sensational. Absolutely sensational. A fantastic goal scorer. And Manchester City lead here by a goal to 0. So guys, don't forget, if you are enjoying the live stream, we are just 11 likes away from 50. So any help towards that would be great. Do subscribe as well if you are new around here. Don't forget as well to go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. Links and details there in the description, as Matheus Nunes wins a free kick there for Manchester City. Seamus, thank you for tuning in. Haaland continues to rip teams apart. And Jean, it is very much looking like the November international break is going to be the time where we find out the rulings on the 115 charges. The rulings and documents and stuff that's going to come out from it's going to take days to weeks to digest. So the rulings will come out and you'll hear, I reckon, probably loads of fake news and lots of misinformation and lots of misunderstandings. I reckon, if I was to give my early predictions about what I think is going to happen, is I think Man City will be found guilty of some of the charges, but not all of them. And I think the most serious of the charges, I don't think Man City will be found guilty. It'll be more than likely what happened with UEFA, and I reckon it'll probably go with cooperation side of things. So we'll see what happens. Here's Rico Lewis turning defence into attack. He's into a bit of space, and a good challenge comes in. Doku on the right mops that up. Matheus Nunes just going away from goal here. How many consecutive games is it now? Is it For some reason, 14's ringing a bell, but I'm not sure if it is 14. Because he scored in consecutive games with Norway, I believe, as well. And lots of people have been counting that, so very impressive from Erling Haaland. Very impressive. There you go, Andy says 13. I'm a game ahead. I thought it was 14. Very impressive, though. Very impressive. Is Rico Lewis now for Matheus Nunes. I might be incorrect as well. I'm just going off some of the numbers that I read or hear. I thought it was 14 or 15. It's definitely in the teens. Just not sure where. Lower part of the teens somewhere, I think. Here's City then. Villarreal just penned into their own half, their own third. Can't get out, can't get to grips on City, and City look hungry to add more, which is good. Oh, it's a good ball across, and there's a bit of space for Bernardo Silva, and just couldn't quite make a connection, and I think referee's going to give high foot there, and it's going to be a free kick for Villarreal. Good ball over to the back post. Oh, there you go. It's 12 games. 12. I was wrong in saying it's the early teens. It's 12. I thought it was 14. I lose count as well. So if we can get a Haaland goal against Villa, that'll be 13 on Sunday, hopefully. Bernardo Silva, I'm not sure if it's for his high foot or complaining after the free kick had been awarded against him, but he's gone into the book. He's either talked his way into the book or he's gone in for the high foot. I don't think there was too much wrong with the high foot. It was just a high foot. So I'm going to presume it with a moaning and complaining that's talked his way into a yellow card for probably for dissent for the Man City captain there. So Bernardo Silva shown a yellow card. 22 minutes in. Then here in Spain, it's Villarreal 0, Manchester City 1, thanks to an Erling Haaland goal. So guys, don't forget, leave a thumbs up. Now just 11 likes away from 50. Do subscribe and do go and check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details, they are in the description. The Villarreal get themselves a goal kick. Just keeper just lets that go out of play. Keeper's just going to... It looked like he was going to launch that. He's chosen to pass it. And again, this dangerous distribution from the back from Villarreal are all over the place. City's high pressing causing lots of problems. And they win the ball back in the final third again. City, though, choose to pass back and just... Doesn't take the momentum away, but it doesn't allow Man City to have one or two quick passes to have an opportunity on goal. They're going to look to instead work their way around the Villarreal team. Here on the left is where they're continuing their attack. That's a beautiful crossfield ball. Looked like a good touch that from Savinho. Looked like he took it on his knee, but linesman's judged that it's touched his arm as well. I think it might have ricocheted up off his knee onto his arm and is deemed that to be handball. Let's have a look. I mean, I'm not even sure it touches his arm. He bounces on his knee and he lifts his arm up. It might have touched the bottom of his T-shirt on his sleeve, but I'm not entirely sure it touches his arm. Linesman was in the best position and decided to give the handball there. Savinho weren't convinced about it. I'm not convinced either, but here's Villarreal then coming forward. Going to get themselves... I thought it was a corner then. It's not. It's a throw-in. Attempted ball into the box, blocked well by Matheus Nunes. Matheus Nunes defensively against Everton looked pretty tidy, and he's looked pretty good here so far for City today. Maybe he's been working on his defensive reading, or he's just settling himself in more. He's getting a bit more experience, but he's looked he's looked alright over the last couple of games defensively, I think. Yeah, no, weren't for me either, Andy. It looked like it had hit the bottom of his T-shirt on his sleeve. Didn't look like it had touched any part of his arm. Anyway, Villarreal looking to try and work that from left to right, but it's wayward from Villarreal. So out for a throw into Manchester City. Midway inside their own half. That's a misunderstanding there from Manchester City, because that ball's just gone straight out of play for a throw into Villarreal in the same spot. So, Andy, I think we could do with pushing for that second goal. If we can get 2-0 up before half-time, makes things very difficult for Villarreal, as that's a ball given away, and there's a bit of a follow-through there. Referee's going to, I think, play the advantage for Villarreal. City very aggressive in the tackle there. Ball gets played forward, and a free kick given for Man City. Josko Gvardiol deemed to have been fouled there. And that will be a free kick. Savinho it was that were deemed to... Rico Lewis deemed to just followed through on his interception there. He does look a bit leaner, Rico Lewis, doesn't he? Say every time I see him that he just every time I see him, and we don't see all that much of him, but every time I do see him, he just seems to be looking a bit leaner. So definitely, I think, just been trying to improve on his strength. Jeremy Doku just cut off the ball there as Villarreal can come forward. A nice ball forward, should be defended out, and a good header back there from John Stones, back to Donnarumma. He'll just roll that one back out to the left-hand side. It's for Man City to continue a potential other attack, so good defending that. Here's Matheus Nunes. To Rico Lewis. So it is very much Rico Lewis playing in midfield, Nunes playing at the back, utilising his pace. Interesting to see the positions of John Stones. Sometimes drops deep, sometimes drops into midfield at the moment. City on the ball, he's in midfield. Here's Rico Lewis now to Nico G. Here is Johnny Stones. He's just going to ping this out to the left-hand side for Jeremy Doku to take a good touch. He's got two around him. He's got the support of Johnny Stones. Go on, Johnny. Put your foot through it. He doesn't. Here's Jeremy Doku getting dispossessed. Stones gets a little ricocheted in to try and help Man City win the ball back. In the end, City managed to get the ball back, and they'll play a pass back to Gianluigi Donnarumma. John, it would be good to see City score a couple more goals and relax everybody. Champions League, though, 3-0 up. We blew that in 15 minutes against Feyenoord last season, so might need a fourth. Undo, thank you for tuning in. It was a goal for Erling Haaland, as Nicolas Pepe drives into the City penalty area. A chance for him to put something into the box. He has to play a pass out, though. As a shot comes in, and I'm not sure if Donnarumma got anything on that, but referee says goal kick, as Villarreal's best effort there. A good effort as well. All power. It's not far away from going in that. Not far at all. Andy, I can see where you're coming from. Yeah, with a Celtic away kit. Yeah. Like a really dark green. So we're through 29 minutes or so in Spain. City lead by a 1-0. Dennis, thanks for tuning in. Said we should be playing Doku more in transition. At the moment, he's been... to be fair, the right back's doing a good job on Doku. He's not giving him a yard of space. The typical case of man marking. So struggled to get into this game at the minute. There are two former Arsenal players in Partey and Nicolas Pepe at Villarreal. We've got Juan Foyth, former Spurs man. You've got Manor Solomon, former Leeds man. Ayoze Perez, former Newcastle man there as well. Moreno, I think, did he play for Arsenal? Gerard Moreno, former Arsenal man. Lots of former Premier League players in there. Obviously qualified for the Champions League. In third at the moment, so yeah, not going to be easy for City. And he just says City can't afford to be taking their foot off the gas. They can't afford to be taking a foot off the gas, and Villarreal have settled themselves in more. City not quite forcing the issues. That's going to be given away. Here's Doku then, tackled but mopped up by Bernardo. Floats one in for Haaland, knocks one down for Doku to the byline, squares one across, and Savinho made a darting run to the centre of goal, but Doku can't find him, and Villarreal get a foot onto that, and they will get it clear now as Bernardo just hooks the ball in and the keeper collects. So yeah, don't forget guys then, leave a thumbs up, 9 likes away from 50, any help towards that would be great. Do subscribe and do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. Links and details, they are in the description. A long ball played forward by Villarreal, which Matheus Nunes wants to try and mop up, and gets a foot across the shoulder, and that'll be a free kick for Man City. Donnarumma not happy that Villarreal wanted to play on there and hit the ball after the whistle had gone. Matheus Nunes is quick. Yeah, hand on the shoulder. Easy as you like, free kick. Nothing more. Is Donnarumma then for City. They said there was concerns over his distribution, that he can't pass yet. Played a good pass there to the left-hand side, and City are now going to come forward. This is City bursting forward. Nico Gonzalez with a Yaya Toure style carry forward there. Unfortunately, he's tackled and Villarreal are going to come forward once more. City look to try and get everyone back. Look at Haaland bursting back to help his team. City looking to try and put the press on to win this ball back. I think City have realised that if you get this Villarreal team put under pressure, they make some distribution errors. So just looking to try and put the squeeze onto them. They've got a chance here to put a ball into the box. They choose not to take that opportunity though. Just working it again to the middle and back out to the left. Again, another chance to put something into the box. They do this time. Ball comes over, headed clear, up on goal, and Donnarumma spilt that originally. Was going to be a free kick. Referee's played an advantage. Donnarumma's just going to roll that one out. A nasty one looping up there. Yeah, would have been a free kick. Donnarumma's tall. He'd win that every day of the week, considering he can use his hands, but there we are. Newcastle through Anthony Gordon's just gone 1-0 up at St James's Park against Benfica. Here is Matheus Nunes then for Manchester City. Nico Gonzalez brings the ball forward to Josko Gvardiol. Nico G and Gvardiol just play a couple of 1-2s with each other before Ruben Dias picks the ball up. John Stones has dropped into a deeper position as Matheus Nunes looked to try and head into midfield. He has actually, so John Stones has dropped into midfield. Very interesting as that's not linked up there with a failed attempt for a pass from Bernardo Silva, and that's out for a throw into Villarreal. Pass comes by Villarreal from the keeper to the left and done well to keep it in. Can play the pass forward. Oh, it's a lovely, lovely turn as Buchanan looks to just burst forward. Plays a ball across. Touch comes in. City can get the foot onto that and ball ricochets up and nearly in, and Donnarumma manages to make the save. I think free kick given for Man City in the end. I don't know what happened then. It was just an effort that came in that was blocked, looped up, and for a moment I thought it was going in. Oh, sorry guys. It's late. Been working all day. It's been a long day today. I hope I'm looking tired, because I've been up forever. Yeah, it was just a clearance from City, and Donnarumma does actually really well to make a save there. Anyway, Villarreal looking to put the squeeze onto City. They'll play their ball forward looking for Doku. They can't find him, so Villarreal will get the ball back. They're saying, smelling blood, Villarreal now. And says Haaland will score two or three goals. We're one-man team at the moment in terms of anyone scoring goals. Everything runs through Erling Haaland, so you'd fancy with the amount of goals Haaland's scoring and how important he is to City right now, that if we are to score 2 or 3 today, that more than likely the 2 or 3 goals would be from Haaland. Is Villarreal. This is causing me a bit of concern because they're now getting on top. Ball comes in to the box. Nobody there. They'll mop this up on the left-hand side, though. So they've got another chance here, Villarreal, to put a ball into the Man City penalty area. Headed clear by Ruben Dias. Another looped ball back in by Villarreal. There's too much on that. Donnarumma's going to let that one run out of play for a goal kick then for Manchester City. 9 minutes or so to see out here to half-time. Donnarumma going to take this goal kick for Manchester City. Actually, he's going to let... Oh my word, Donnarumma nearly gave the ball away in a high position there, but City do well just to pivot and get the ball forward in the end. That was dangerous, but worked well. Here's Savinho then, bursting forward. He's going to... Just one touch too many there from Savinho. Villarreal keeper Luiz just volleys that one clear. Header one there though by John Stones. City looking to try and get 3 consecutive clean sheets. They know that if they do keep a clean sheet today, that they will be coming away with the 3 points thanks to that Haaland goal before. Here's Matheus Nunes. John Stones put under pressure. Villarreal, again, just looking to try and put pressure onto City. Matheus Nunes does well to find his pass to Gianluigi Donnarumma. Here's Matheus Nunes. Good pressing this from Villarreal. City having to be pinpoint accurate with the passing. And they do ever so well there, and they'll win themselves a 3 kick. No! Rico Lewis not happy. How is that not a 3 kick? Anyway, it's not going to be costly for City because they managed to get the ball back and they can come forward. Savinho. He's got Rico Lewis on his right that's in acres and acres of space. He darts forward. The ball comes in now. Lewis floats one to the back post. Doku can't sort his feet out, and in the end Villarreal can get it clear. Comes off one of the defenders' heads and looked like it was going to go out of play for a throw, and eventually it does on the volleyed clearance. I think we won 3-0 here last time we played. It were Balotelli with 1. And Yaya Toure had a brilliant game. I think he grabbed the brace. It finished 3-0. Well, that was 14 years ago, which I found mind-blowing that it's 14 years. But here we are. Into the 39th minute, though, here. Villarreal 0, Manchester City 1, thanks to Erling Haaland's goal. From a Rico Lewis assist. Here is Jeremy Doku now. On the left-hand side, edge of the penalty area. He's got nothing on, so he's going to have to play the ball back to Josko Gvardiol. Eventually, the ball finds its way to Ruben Dias. Here's Matheus Nunes now. Here's Rico Lewis on the right. Got Savinho further to his right as his option. He pings a ball in, header 1 and 2-0. It's a cracking ball in from Savinho, a lovely assist. And it's Captain Bernardo Silva with a cracking header for Manchester City to make it 2-0. Scintillating stuff from Manchester City. A brilliant ball in that from Savinho. End product. It's as simple as that for us to get a second. And that's what we needed. Kill a 2-goal cushion. We've got to keep pushing now. Got to keep pushing. It was a great ball in this from Savinho. Bernardo Silva in space, onside, header 1, perfectly into the corner. Loads of pace from Savinho, so all Bernardo needs to do is put his head onto it. The pace will take it past the keeper as long as it's not at him, and it's not. Lovely header from Bernardo Silva. And that's 2-0 Manchester City. So good goal that from City. I'd call that a typical Manchester City European goal. Even Pep Guardiola on the touchline there is going, I want to head that in. Cracking header from Bernardo Silva. Excellent reading, but a good ball in from Savinho. Got an assist at the weekend. He's got an assist again today. He's back in Spain. He'll be loving life. I'm telling you, I want to see a Savinho goal today. And it's nice to see somebody scoring that isn't Erling Haaland. Nice to see other players chipping in with goals as Man City get themselves a free kick. Buchanan's judged to have just hooked John Stones, and I thought a free kick was going to be given the other way, I'll be honest. So, 5 minutes or so to go here until half time. Lil, thanks for tuning in. Savinho's coming good, it seems. Like I said, it's good to see some end product. It's good to see some end product. You know, Doku's had a good start to the season. I think teams are just looking to try and man mark him, and I think it's just helping to give City a bit more space on the other side. And Savinho, you know, grabbing assists. It's a competitive position out on the right-hand side, so Savinho knows if he can just, you know, get goals and assists on a regular basis, he can tie that right wing position down for his own, as that's gone out of play for a throw into Manchester City. Pep Guardiola likes that and gives his applause as City have themselves a throw-in just inside their own half, which Matheus Nunes is going to take. Number, welcome, thank you for tuning in. And Andy, absolutely, it'd be a header that Big Earl would be proud of. Lily did thrive in La Liga. I thought he might take some confidence coming back to Spain, knowing that he's been there, done that, worn the T-shirt. He does very much, he reminds me of a confidence player. And I think if Savinho could just continue to build on, you know, grabbing assists and scoring goals, and he can do that, he can really look to nail himself down and assert himself at City, because he struggled with that last season, I thought. Dennis not liking the referee's performance. It's just a classic Champions League referee, really. Always the same. Yeah, anyway, guys, don't forget, leave a thumbs up. Just 6 likes now away from 50. It'd be great if we could get to halfway to 100 likes by half time. Don't forget as well to subscribe, and do go and check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details there in the description. Sophie, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Do hope you're well. Ball gets pinged into the box by Villarreal. Picked off well by Manchester City, and City have got 4 forward here. Bernardo Silva's one of them. He's got Doku further ahead on the left, which is where the ball goes. And Doku now stretching that pitch, does ever so well, and he's grabbed, and that will be a free kick. Referee says free kick was initiated right near the corner flag. That's where the free kick's going to be. And the yellow card is out. 3rd yellow card of the game. Does well there, Jeremy Doku. It would be good to see Cherki, Lil. It would be good. I imagine we will at some point see Rayan Cherki come on. We play on Sunday. So, if we could, I mean, we're in a good position here, 2-0 up. The sooner we can start tying loose ends up here, you can start thinking about Sunday and chopping and changing things. As Moreno into the book, the player that brought Doku down then, and shown a yellow card. So a free kick here for City, a chance to put a quality ball into the box, make these set pieces count. Bernardo Silva to take. It'd be a great time this to get the all-important third goal, wouldn't it? Champions League don't normally add that much on, if anything, so this might well be the last chance of the game. Just a minute added on them. Bernardo Silva then to take. Pinged into the penalty area, way too close to the keeper. Keeper will roll this one out. City do ever so well there, just to get a foot on that and mop that one up. So into the final 30 seconds of the game. Question is, can Man City create one more opportunity? At the moment, City 2-0 and in cruise control. 2-0 is a very dangerous scoreline. Next goal, very important. A third you think would more than likely wrap things up for Man City. However, if next goal goes to Villarreal, it halves the deficit. Belief comes back. Grandstand finish. We know that City tend to shoot themselves in the foot when they concede. So next goal, very important, as that minute is done and dusted. The referee is going to end the first half there, and Manchester City lead by 2-0. There we go. Half-time thoughts then, guys. Do get them in the chat. If you're going to shake things up in the second half, what would you change? What do you think's gone well? What's not gone so well? What have you made of that first half? Do get your thoughts in the chat. That would be much appreciated. So we're going to have a look at the statistics. We're going to use today's video sponsor, guys, which is brought to you by SofaScore. Remember, SofaScore are going to keep you guys up to date with all the scores from around the grounds. They're going to keep you guys up to date with the latest match information, the latest statistics, the latest team news, all your footballing needs. It's all covered by SofaScore. SofaScore is a free app to download, very highly rated, not just limited to football scores and information. It's got all the sports scores covered for you guys, so do go and check it out. SofaScore has helped me to do my preview in the build up to today's game before this game kicked off in today's stream. They're also going to help with me doing my half-time analysis, including having a look at these statistics. So do go and check out SofaScore. Links and details there in the description. I'm going to roll my promo video, so I'll see you in 20 seconds. So, in terms of possession, City dominating possession, nearly 70% of the football seen by City in that first half, at 69%, 31% for Villarreal. Villarreal, despite seeing much less of the ball, not got a bad expected goal rate there, XG at 0.59. Man City's is ahead at 1.11. Manchester City have had 4 big opportunities from their 6 shots in that first half. Managed to convert a couple of goals. Had a big opportunity 30 seconds in from Jeremy Doku, forcing a good save from the keeper, which I thought City probably should have bagged. Erling Haaland missing a real good header as well. It was third time lucky for Man City, really, when Erling Haaland managed to convert from a lovely assist from Rico Lewis to make it 1-0. And then we saw Manchester City double their lead just before half-time, thanks to a good ball in from Savinho on the right-hand side and a header won by Bernardo Silva. Both opportunities created on the right-hand side, and it is Rico Lewis and Savinho with the assists, and Erling Haaland and Bernardo Silva with the goals. Now, both keepers have been forced to make one save apiece. City have looked a bit scary at the back when distributing, especially when Villarreal look to press and put Man City under pressure. City haven't found it easy, and I think that might just be a nice outlet for Villarreal to potentially get back into this game, trying to put that pressure onto Manchester City. They're going to have to step further forward. For me, at times they've sat too deep. They're 10, 15 yards too deep. They need to push out and take them risks. However, Man City might have looked a bit shaky at the back here and there. The same can be said for Villarreal. They've made distribution errors. The distribution errors have been there for both sides, and which is very un-Spanish-like for Villarreal and very unlike Manchester City under Pep Guardiola as well. So it's unforced errors that Man City and Villarreal that have been making, and it's up to both sides to punish them errors. So I can see more goals coming in the second half. What Man City need to do is basically, when we come out for the second half, treat this game like it's 0-0. Don't treat it like we're 2-0 up, we're cruising, this game's done, because it only takes a goal to half this deficit. I would say that Villarreal would be real dangerous. They score in the first 10-15 minutes, which is obvious that's going to be the case if that does happen. But there's also 2-0 is a very dangerous, very frail scoreline, because we could get to the 88th, 89th minute, and if Villarreal score a goal, it's a grandstand finish. They've got a few minutes in added time to find another goal, and it only takes a second to score. So City have got to manage this. Treat it like it's 0-0. Try and score the next goal. We score the next goal, I think we will go on to win this game. Although I do have PTSD from that Feyenoord game, so I'd prefer to have 4 goals rather than 3 before I start to sit comfortably and think that the game is done. This game, by no stretch of the imagination, is done. There's plenty of work still for City to do going into the second half. Now, City have had 355 passes compared with 154 passes for Villarreal. Just having a look at some of the attacking stats. 2 big chances scored by City, none for Villarreal. They've missed 1 big opportunity, with City missing 2 big opportunities. Villarreal, that is, have had 7 touches in Man City's box today at half-time. Man City have had 20 touches in the opposition box. And Manchester City, a lot of this game being played, I mean, it's quite surprising. 43% of the passes taking place in midfield, but 30% in Villarreal's final third and 27% in Manchester City's final third. And you'd look at the statistics and you'd think the possession stats would be much closer, but it's all about these individual moments when teams decide to press each other and try and get these unforced errors and try and capitalise upon them unforced errors. Both sides are making errors, so I can see more goals coming in this game. So that's my analysis, that's my thoughts. Do let me know your thoughts, guys, in the chat. That would be much appreciated. Andy reckons this game made for Rayan Cherki. We may see Cherki come off the bench at some point in the second half. Lil, I'd love to see a Savinho goal as well. I think that'd do his confidence the world of good. We'll see if it does come off. And Andy says the more that they press, the more we can exploit them spaces up top. Well, they've got no choice. They've got to come forward. They've got to continue that. My thing for me is Villarreal, I think, are just basing themselves 10-15 yards further back than what they need to, and I suspect in the second half their analysis are going to tell them push further forward to try and put City under pressure. So it's going to be them flicks and them little tricks and them moments that are going to decide this for me, in my opinion, because this game right now, I describe this as a perfect game for someone like Jack Grealish. A team puts the pressure on, they start to press, you force a free kick, you slow the momentum, they get frustrated, they then make mistakes when you get frustrated. So we'll see what does happen. Number says, thoughts on the new jersey, the 4th kit, much smarter than the 3rd kit. I don't mind it, to be honest with you. What are your thoughts? Do let me know. So just having a look at the other scores from around the grounds. Champions League games. Quite a few red cards being shown. So Barcelona won earlier at home against Olympiacos by 6-1. Olympiacos shown a red card. Kairat and Paphos drew 0-0, with Paphos being shown a red card. Arsenal Atletico Madrid is 0-0 at half-time. At half-time in Germany, it's Bayer Leverkusen 1, Paris Saint-Germain 4, with both sides having 1 red card apiece. FC Copenhagen 1, Borussia Dortmund 1, Newcastle 1, Benfica 0, PSV Eindhoven 2, Napoli 1, USG 0, Inter 2, and Villarreal 0, Man City 2 are all your half-time scores from the Champions League. Just having a look at that crazy game that's going on in Germany. Garcia scoring after 38 minutes in the only goal for Bayer Leverkusen. That was from the penalty spot. That was actually an equaliser. Pacho put PSG 1-0 up after 7 minutes. Leverkusen equalised on 38 minutes before Doué scored on 41 minutes and Kvaratskhelia scored on 44 minutes, and just before half-time, Doué's killed the game and made it 4-1. So that's crazy, that. The red card for Leverkusen has gone to Andrich, and the red card for PSG has gone to Zabarnyi. So, yeah, there we go. Brandon, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. City playing great, says Haaland keeps on being amazing, and it was nice to see our first goal scorer of October that's not named Erling Haaland. Savinho and Rico Lewis combination making things happen, and I think we all had doubts about that when we saw the teams come out. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, Brandon. Yeah, that's hard to disagree. Number says he loves the fourth kit, looks so nice. Which says, what's my favourite City kit? My favourite City kit's always the AC Milan colours. I think Umbro did a kit back in 2010, might have been 2000, and I think it was 2011. Smart. One of my favourites, that, for me. Obviously, the 99 Sentimental kit always sticks out. There was a kit back in, was it 2003 or 2004? First Advice, a white shirt with is it a red and black stripe across the shirt. That was very smart. One of my favourites growing up as well. So guys, we're just 47 likes away from 100. We're surpassed 50, so any help towards that now would be great heading into the second half. Also, don't forget as well to subscribe if you are new around here. Less than 100 subs to go to 47,000 subscribers, so any help towards that would be great. Social media links are in the description if you want to go and follow me on my X, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do get your halftime thoughts in the live chat, and finally, do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. And a big thank you to SofaScore for sponsoring today's live stream. And it's always the sentimental kits that hit home the most, in my opinion. So, second half isn't too far away. I do have some halftime entertainment for you guys to enjoy. So go and grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack, relax, and take it easy ahead of the second half. This is Mixid, my partner channel. Links and details there in the description. Go and check him out, where he did his own creation of the Solero cocktail recipe from The Alchemist. Enjoy!
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Mixed channel, where we do cocktails, and today's cocktail is another classic Alchemist one from the past, the Solero, and I will show you how to make this delicious cocktail. Because the Solero is a popular one back in the day. Right, to make the Solero, guys, get your cocktail shaker and put in some ice. Right, the first ingredient to go in, guys, is 22.5ml or 3/4 of an ounce of Passoa, which is a passion fruit liqueur. So any fans of the Pornstar Martini will recognise this spirit. Next up is 22.5ml or 3/4 of an ounce of vodka. We're using the Russian standard. Next is 7.5ml or 1/4 of an ounce of LNG mix, which is sugar syrup and lemon juice mixed together. Next is 10ml of a mango syrup. I'm using the Monin brand. Beautiful. Next is 15ml or 1/2 ounce of fresh lime juice. Next is 40ml of orange juice, which is just under 1.5 ounce. We'll do it that way. And the last ingredient, guys, is 40ml or just under 1.5 ounce of apple juice. You can use a cloudy apple juice if you wish. There we go. And the last thing to do now is get half a passion fruit and just squeeze into it. Get that juice, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Right, put your lid on and give it a good shake for 8 to 10 seconds to get it nice and chilled. There it goes, nice and chilled, as you can see from the tin shaker. Get your coupe glass. Time to strain into it. That's what I'll do about there. It's enough for 2 really. Right, now the fun part, the white chocolate foam. There we go. 1 Solero. Right, how does the Solero cocktail taste? I want to taste this. Oh, that's beautiful. I enjoyed that much, I'm making a mess. Mmm. Mustaches and cream do not go together. Mm.
Oh.
And that is how you make the Solero cocktail. So it's still a beautiful, beautiful drink. You can see why it's popular back in the day. I'm not too sure why they stopped. Hopefully the Alchemist will bring it back. What do you think, Alchemist? I think we nailed it. And I must say, I think we've got enough too. But to make the white chocolate foam, it can be fun to make your foam. That's the hard part, making the foam and getting that right, the white chocolate foam. Because it's a lot of ingredients, it's very nice. It's certainly, what's the one I'm looking for? Fruity, that's it. With the passion fruit and the orange juice, certainly gives it that lovely, lovely fruity flavour. Like the Solero, the lollipop, if you ever had it as a kid, it's certainly lovely. Well, that is the Solero cocktail, guys. I hope you enjoyed this classic from The Alchemist. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Mix It for more cocktails like this. And I will see you guys for the next cocktail video. Cheers. Let's go.
You're improving.
Yeah, I could have asked for a better film, it's turned out really well.
Instagram Mixed.
Yes, don't forget to like it.
We like a good outtake. Thank you very much, Mixed, though, for providing today's halftime entertainment. Much appreciated. Do go and check him out. Links and details, they are in the description. Saye, thank you, Sayabong, sorry, thank you very much for tuning in. And he said his first City kit was back in 1969, the original red and black shirt. Still love it, the Bell Young special shirt. See? Sentimental. A cracking shirt, though, as well. Absolutely cracking shirt. And number, if you want to sell cocktails, you would need an alcohol license or a liquor license. And thankfully, Mixed's bars moved since that video, so he's not as close to all the bottles on the back. I've always foreseen like it collapsing and falling, and you know, hundreds of pounds worth of alcohol just going to waste. So we have had a kick-off. We're into the first 2 minutes. There hasn't been any opportunities yet. Villarreal just looking to put a ball into the City box, which is cleared. Villarreal currently got everyone camped in the Man City half. The dangers there, which I think a free kick's going to be given against City, is if City manage to pick the pocket of any player, they're going to spring very quick counter-attacks on them. As Papagay manages to get his foot forward there. Did he play for Newcastle once upon a time? I might be wrong with that. City just trying to knock the ball around, and Nico Gonzalez does ever so well there to keep hold of the ball as Jeremy Doku takes it to the byline, does well, keeps the ball in, pushes Manchester City forward. Here's Nico G now to Bernardo Silva. As we're now 45 likes away from 100, so any help towards that would be great. Do subscribe and do go check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details there in the description. Is Manchester City coming forward once more. Savinho driving into the penalty area. Doesn't go anywhere. Ball gets cleared. City managed to win the ball back through a good header won there by Ruben Dias, and City once more come forward. Here's Rico Lewis then to Savinho. Edge of the penalty area, into the penalty area. Ball comes in, it's deep, and keeper manages to get a hand to that one, and Haaland trying to put the pressure on. Keeper manages to gather it up on the edge of his own penalty area at the second time of asking. Savinho just putting a ball in there to the back post, which keeper needed to deal with. Haaland had slipped. Doku was following that up. In the end, Villarreal deal with it, and Villarreal do come forward as well into the City half now. On their left-hand side, overlap comes in. Is the overlap going to be used by Buchanan? It is. They do have to turn, though. Edge of the penalty area. There's a bit of space here for a shot, potentially, but they choose not to have an effort. Partey now just trying to work the ball for Villarreal to the right-hand side. City get the foot onto that, so City will dispossess. Doku is taken out. That'll be a free kick for Manchester City, and said how important it is. You know, we don't have Jack Grealish anymore, about trying to just slow down play, frustrate Villarreal. We're 2-0 up. You want to buy them free kicks. You know, that takes all that momentum away from Villarreal. It takes another few seconds off the clock. It puts more pressure onto them as the game goes on. You keep it like this, and all of a sudden, Villarreal start to hit panic stations. So that's what Manchester City need to do more of if they want to keep control of this. At the moment, City in control. Just got to keep pushing, keep going as Savinho comes forward. Advantage play to City as he gets a push in the back. Rico Lewis and Savinho linked up real well today. Haaland grabbing another goal. Quite a few positives to take from the first 50 minutes or so. I wonder how long it'll be before we start to see substitutes being used. I suspect it'll probably be Villarreal dipping into the bench first, considering they're 2-0 down. But I don't think Man City will be taking lightly of the fact that, you know, in, 5 days, we're taking on Aston Villa. Less than 5 days now. Just less than 5 days. Villa Park, in fine form now, Aston Villa. Not easy. We could do with having, other than Rodri and Khusanov out injured, we could do with nobody else being injured. We could do with having everybody fit and available. I'm not suggesting City are going to have one eye on that game, but as this game goes on, their attention will turn towards that. So I won't be surprised to see City dip to the bench, but I just don't think it'll come in the next maybe 15 or 20 minutes. I suspect Villarreal, they're probably going to give the players 10, 15 minutes here in the second half to try and turn things round. So by the hour mark, I suspect we'll start to see some changes being made. Here's Doku, heavier touch, got to protect the ball, does protect the ball. He wants a free kick, and I think he gets a free kick. And he's on about the Knob Creek. It's a very expensive drink, the Knob Creek. But it'd be very nice. I think a yellow card's been shown to somebody on the Villarreal bench. Moaning and complaining about that free kick there. It was a bit... I'm not sure if it was a free kick, but yeah. We get a free kick. We'll take it. Villarreal putting the pressure on. Nearly win the ball back there from City. City do well to keep hold of the ball. And they can come forward here. Here's Bernardo to Josko Gvardiol. Plays the ball forward to Bernardo Silva. He's got Doku on one side. Bernardo switches it over to the right. A good ball over to the right-hand side as well. Here's Savinho. Rico Lewis makes a darting run. Savinho doesn't use him. He floats the ball back towards the penalty spot. Headed clear by captain for Villarreal, Juan Foyth. As a push in the back comes in from Rico Lewis there. And a free kick given to Villarreal. Now 42 likes away from 100. Making some good progress, so any help towards that would be great, guys. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you're new around here, and do go and check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details there in the description. So it was Villarreal's manager, Marcelino, shown the yellow card on the bench for Villarreal, complaining about what he didn't think was a free kick given to Manchester City. As a Villarreal player slips there, but does well to keep hold of the ball. Nico G wanted a free kick. I'm not sure, for a potential handball through him falling to the ground and maybe grabbing the ball, or felt like there was an obstruction or something, but they weren't happy. Nothing given. Villarreal continued to have the ball. And that's going to surely be a free kick for Villarreal. Matheus Nunes just bundled through the back. And they'll have a free kick, which they'll just pass and move the ball forward through captain Juan Foyth. Question is, can Villarreal find a way to test and ask questions of City's goalkeeper Donnarumma, who were brought in the summer from Champions League winners PSG. Now, the bad news is Nico Gonzalez has just gone down unchallenged off the ball. So he's going to get some treatment. I don't know if maybe there were something that happened maybe a couple of seconds ago beforehand that needs him to receive treatment, if someone stepped on him or something, but Nico G's gone down. Doku gets some instructions from Pep. I can see Kovacic possibly as a replacement. Ake's gone to warm up. Tijjani Reijnders is warming up. Oscar Bobb's warming up. Nico O'Reilly's warming up. He's feeling a lot of pain there, Nico G. A lot of pain. He's walking very gingerly. I think he's gonna. He's been pointed to the touchline, so I think he's going to come off here, Nico. And this is what I was saying. So it's going to be Kovacic that comes on. This is what I was saying to you guys before, literally just 5 minutes ago. Aston Villa away. It's important that we keep our players fit. We're now going into a very, very difficult away match at Aston Villa, who are hitting form. A ground that we lost at last season, and it's very difficult to go there and pick up points without Rodri and without Nico Gonzalez. So it's Kovacic that comes on. I spoke about the importance of rotation, and I said in my preview about Nico G being one of the players that I'd be looking for City to protect, and here we are now. Looks, for me, doubtful for Sunday. Anyway, we'll see how Kovacic gets on the next half an hour or so, because he'd be the natural replacement that would come in for Nico G, you would think. Jeremy Doku just went down. Very physical Villarreal. Been very physical. Now, City do have another option in Nico O'Reilly or Tijjani Reijnders. They're also players that can play in the deeper role. John Stones can play there. Nathan Ake has played as a defensive midfielder before, so we're not exactly not got good options in that position. It's just we've not got our best options ahead of a very difficult away match. That's a good ball. And here's Doku now to the byline. Goes down, wants a free kick, doesn't get a free kick. Goal kick given instead. Doku can't believe it. Let's have a look. The question is there enough on that for a free kick to be given. Dennis said Nico G got cleared early in the half, so he's picked up a knock from it and tried to run it off and can't. So it just gave way. He wouldn't have started for me, so I did put in my preview. I wouldn't have started him. That's hooked back across, and City haven't fully dealt with this. This is another opportunity here. Nicolas Pepe to put something into the box, and he looks for a pass, and Doku just intercepts. Nothing on here for Doku, and he's given the ball away in a dangerous area. Here's Nicolas Pepe now to Partey. City in the end can get a foot onto the ball. Doku's like, I've got no options further ahead. I'm just going to have to put it down the flank, and there's Villarreal just putting an extra 10 yards on Man City, and they can't get out, and it takes all the pressure off City there. That he apologises that Villarreal player goes to head it back in towards the danger and gets his header wrong, and it goes out of play for a throw into City and just takes all that pressure off them. So we're hitting the hour mark. Kovacic on for Nico G. Nico G picked up an injury. So more than likely now a doubt for City's game on Sunday against Aston Villa away from home in the Premier League. Here's Josko Gvardiol to Ruben Dias. Here's Matheus Nunes. It's almost like a back three that City are playing, with Matheus Nunes on the right-hand side of a back three. He's not a player that you'd expect to see there. That's a lovely pass there from Donnarumma under pressure. A nice, cute little pass through the middle to Kovacic. And there's Kovacic pivoting and turning defence into attack. Here is Savinho then, driving forward for Man City. City not really had many opportunities here in the second half so far. I think City are just, happy with the 2-0 and happy just to wait for the opportunities to come if they come. Question is, consecutive clean sheets for City. Can they keep hold of their clean sheet? This is a danger that you have, that if Villarreal do find a goal, it's a long half an hour for City and they'll be well up for it. And you go from being in a position where you should be winning to all of a sudden you're being put under pressure, as Arsenal have just taken the lead at the Emirates Stadium against Atletico Madrid. Gabriel with the goal. I'm going to presume that was a set piece and header. If in doubt for Arsenal, hit the set piece. The dangers of set pieces, that. Oh, that's good stuff from Manchester City. Here's Haaland. Can't get the ball under control, though, to get a shot away. And Villarreal look to try and... That's a good tackle from City. A good tackle. Doku, I think he's gone for a shot there. It'd have been better going with a pass, and his shot was tame, so Villarreal can come away with the ball again. That was good. A good tackle. Kovacic it was. With the hair now. Used to him having a shaven head. He's got hair. Here's Villarreal once more coming forward. A good pass, and Josko Gvardiol does well just to make a good challenge. Offside flag goes up. Man City can play on as per the referee, and City will come forward again. Here's Savinho then on the right. I think a third goal would take all momentum off Villarreal and kill this game if City can grab the next goal. I do wonder how long it's going to be before Villarreal start to feel a bit of wear and tear from this game, and also playing on Saturday and going to be playing this weekend as well. They're in the same position as City. I know the La Liga is not as physically demanding as what the Premier League is, but it's still not easy just turning up and playing at a very high standard days apart in games. So I can see them feeling a bit of wear and tear as this game goes on, and it's not easy when you're chasing the game and you're 2-0 behind. Especially a team that's so good in possession like City are. Here's Savinho. Cross comes in towards Doku. A header won by Villarreal. Bernardo Silva now to Doku. is Kovacic. He's got a good option here on the right with Savinho. Oh, lovely from Savinho. Lovely footwork. Drives. Savinho! Oh, good save from the keeper. Good work that from Savinho. It's like a whole different player in Spain. If Man City were playing in Spain, I reckon Savinho would be a top player. It's like a different animal in Spain. Absolutely brilliant driving run that from Savinho. Good save from the keeper. He's picked up an injury in all of that, the goalkeeper has. Lovely feet from Savinho. Takes it round one. Drives in onto his left foot. He might have been better going with his right foot there, Savinho. Nearly gets it through the legs of the keeper, and he does well, actually, to avoid taking a touch on that and getting a corner rather than giving a goal kick. So, get a stoppage here with the goalkeeper down. He got cramp. The keeper can't have cramp. Do you know, I don't think he's got cramp, you know. I want to see that save again, because I have a theory about what just happened then. I'm wondering, when he's made the save there, the keeper, if the ball whacked him in the nutcracker. I need to see a replay again if that was the case. Anyway, keeper's over it. City have the corner. Haaland's in there. Diaz is in there. Gvardiol's in there. Corner comes in. Keeper can collect. It's too close to the keeper, that from Bernardo Silva. As Villarreal get themselves a free kick and City get their second yellow card of the game. I heard there was a load of yellow cards shown in the youth game before, between Villarreal and Man City, as I think it was Ruben Dias fouling the goalkeeper. I don't think there were all that much in it. It was a little cheeky shoulder in the back from Ruben Dias. Stops the counter-attack, so seen as a tactical foul, so the yellow card comes out for Ruben Dias. So guys, don't forget, leave a thumbs up. We're now just 41 likes away from 100. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you're new around here, and do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. Links and details, they're in the description. So I was wondering when the substitutions were going to be made by Villarreal, and their first change is made. It's going to be a couple of attacking changes. Nico O'Reilly and Buchanan come off, and Malero and Oliawasi comes on. We'll see what difference that makes for Villarreal. A couple of attacking changes made. Mullen, thank you for tuning in. Terrible about Miami Dolphins. They're just terrible. My time in the USA was very good. Really enjoyed it. Chicago was a lovely city to visit. Arsenal now 2-0 up according to Dave's. Oh. Yeah, imagine that's probably that. Dolphins need a new everything. Need a new general manager. Need a new coach. Need a new quarterback. Probably going to trade a few players, so they're going to need a new defence. Need a new offensive line. Going to need some new receivers. New everything. Be a big rebuild job for a team that's got so much talent available to them. It's real poor. Really poor. I suspect that they'll be looking for some good draft picks. So I can see a couple of trades being made before the deadline. A couple of Miami's bigger names leaving, getting some good draft picks, and obviously going to end the season pretty poorly. So have a good pick in the first round as well. Question is, just how good of a pick is it going to be? Because at the minute, I'm expecting Cleveland aren't fantastic, and they made Miami look very ordinary, and that's concerning. So yeah, Miami will definitely, it looks like, get a first round pick. It's just which pick are they going to get, and more interestingly, who they're going to pick. At the moment, they're stuck in limbo. They don't really know what they want. They want to back their franchised quarterback in Tua Tagovailoa, but I have my doubts, serious doubts about it. I'm not the only one that has my doubts. I'm not a big fan of left-handed throwers, to be honest, and I feel sorry for him because Miami's offensive line in front of him's terrible, so they always seem like they're rushing. Obviously, Tyreek Hill out for the season. Probably not going to see him in a Miami shirt again. And it's just a mess. Just a mess. There were talk about a chain and Jalen Waddle leaving. And I want to speak about a good team, Man City. We'll leave Miami. We'll speak about that next year. We'll speak about that next year. Anyway, I didn't see who scored for Arsenal. It popped up, but I weren't paying any attention. I don't know who scored for them, but they are 2-0 up. 3-0 up now, Dave tells me. 3-0 up. It'll be a good win, that, for Arsenal. I tell you what, as good as Arsenal are, they go trophyless again this season. Then that needs looking at. As Haaland makes a huge bursting run forward, and eventually a free kick given against Man City. So yeah. Here we are. No, my dad wasn't a City fan. He's a Bolton Wanderers fan. Newcastle are still winning. I think they're 1-0 up at the minute against Benfica. Cross comes in from Villarreal. It's too deep as we're hitting towards the last 20 minutes of the game. Still Man City lead by them 2 first half goals from Erling Haaland and Bernardo Silva, as Villarreal have a good effort, good block that. I don't know who got the block then. Might have been John Stones as another shot comes in and it's wide. I feel like we're getting towards what I was speaking about in the match against Everton about. I love Ederson to bits, and I want to echo what Pep Guardiola said about, Ederson's Man City's most successful goalkeeper that we've ever had. One of, if not the best goalkeeper that Man City have ever had. His distribution's second to none. An incredible goalkeeper, in particular from that distribution point of view. I always felt like Man City were a bit frail, though, when having leads, and you know that big moments are still to come in these final 20 minutes. You know that Villarreal are going to have big moments like they've just had with a cracking effort, and reiterating the point that I'm trying to make here, which is we've got a goalkeeper, cross comes in, should be dealt with by City, and is in the end. We've got a big game goalkeeper who in them small margin moments needs to pull off big saves, pulls off big saves as the cross comes in and it's just wide by Villarreal. Wrong-footed Donnarumma then, that on target would have gone in. A big moment that for Villarreal, they miss. But yeah, we've got a goalkeeper who pulls off the big saves in the big moments. So Man City having a 2-goal cushion in the final 19 minutes. I have a lot of reassurance that we've got such a cracking goalkeeper in goal for us that I know it's going to take a heck of a lot in 20 minutes for Villarreal to put 2 past Gianluigi Donnarumma. Donnarumma's not had many saves to make. He's alert. He knows what he needs to do. As Villarreal make their third change, Comasana comes off and Ayoze Perez comes on. Man City are going to make a couple of changes for themselves. Tijjani Reijnders and Oscar Bobb are going to come on. So Jeremy Doku comes off. Bobb's going to go over to the right and Savinho will go to the left. And we're going to see Tijjani Reijnders come on as well. And that's going to be for... I thought it was Savinho going off then, but it's not going to be Savinho going off. It's going to be... Rico Lewis had a great game for City. Rico Lewis, he's going to go off. 4-0 Arsenal now. Wow. Atletico Madrid trying to protect a 0-0. Collapsed. Tried to get forward, I presume, after going 1-0 behind. Game plan undone. Arsenal's sucker punched them into a second, and just gaps left, right and centre that Arsenal got too much quality not to pick off. City showing strength, Arsenal showing strength. As City burst forward here for Tijjani Reijnders and a good sliding interception there from Villarreal, and they can come forward. So it's Gyökeres that's scored both goals for Arsenal's third and fourth. Gyökeres, however you say his name. Newcastle have just gone 2-0 up as well. Harvey Barnes. So it's looking like it's going to be a good night for the English teams at the minute. Newcastle beating Benfica at home. Arsenal beating Atletico Madrid at home. Man City away in Spain against Villarreal, winning by 2-0 as well with 17 minutes remaining. Oh, good night for the English teams. Got Tottenham Hotspur in action tomorrow along with Liverpool. Liverpool are away against Eintracht Frankfurt in Germany. Liverpool lost 4 in a row. Looking to try and end their bad run. Got another tricky away game against Brentford as well at the weekend, Liverpool. City have got a very difficult away game against Aston Villa. And then Tottenham Hotspur also in action tomorrow. I'm not too sure who Tottenham have got, though. I'm sure somebody in the chat will let me know who Tottenham have got tomorrow and where it's at. I've assumed with Arsenal being in North London today that Spurs will be away tomorrow, you would presume. Long ball sent forward by Villarreal. Header won by Ruben Dias. Really good header won there by Ruben Dias. Savinho muscled off the ball, so real good tackle there by the midfield maestro, Mateo Kovacic. There he is, winning them challenges. Gets the ball back for City. And City now looking to try and build it on the right-hand side. Villarreal just hoping for that one moment, that one goal to give them that adrenaline to get back into this game, that energy that they need. Kovacic goes down, gets a free kick for Man City. So Tottenham going to Monaco away. So we'll see how Tottenham get on at Monaco away. We drop points there. So it's difficult to know if it's a good point or not. I mean, Spurs go to Monaco and lose. I'd say, you know what, mate, it was a pretty good point for us. Disappointing we didn't win, but maybe not a bad point. But Spurs go there and, you know, win comfortably, 3-0 or something. And all of a sudden you're thinking, bad point. So that's an interesting game. That Frankfurt-Liverpool game would be a good game as well. On a slot under a lot of pressure at the minute. Liverpool fans very unhappy, in particular with that loss at Anfield on Sunday, which conveniently keeps us in second place, which is great. So what we're hoping for is if we can win it on Sunday against Aston Villa, we can hope to see if Arsenal drop some points. I don't know who Arsenal's got actually at the weekend. I've not got round to do my Premier League predictions yet to have a look. Or did I? I think I did actually. Who's Arsenal got? Fairly sure I did actually. Arsenal are at home to Crystal Palace. Not easy. And I preferred if Crystal Palace was still on that unbeaten run when facing Arsenal, but we'll see. So a free kick here for Villarreal. They've got the goalkeeper taking a free kick inside Man City's half. Surely you want a creative player who's great at putting balls into the box to be putting a ball into the box rather than the goalkeeper. Anyway, Villarreal put a ball into the box. Header won by Man City and a volley. It's a big chance that for Villarreal. It's put into the stands and out for a goal kick. It was a big opportunity. A couple of big opportunities in the last 5 minutes or so that Villarreal haven't capitalised upon. And City keep hold of that clean sheet with 14 minutes remaining. So guys, don't forget, leave a thumbs up now. 38 likes away from 100. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you're new around here, and do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. Links and details, they are in the description. Man City not built on their 2-0 advantage from the first half. Villarreal looking to try and get back into this game. It's important that City can see this through. We don't want to concede because this will be a very long 13 minutes, a very difficult 13 minutes. And how many times do you see teams score once and score very quickly to make it 2? And all of a sudden you're gone from cruising 3 points to dropping points. Connor, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I'm hoping we can get the assurance of a third goal because this game's done and dusted if we get a third goal. That's very well done by Tijjani Reijnders. Here's Oscar Bobb. City have got 3 in the penalty area. Bobb. Not great that from Mateo Kovacic. Edge of the penalty area. It's just cut back to him on his right foot. Gets very excited. Foot underneath it. High into the crowd. Goal kick Villarreal and they look to come forward again. City still trying to put the squeeze onto Villarreal to force the mistake. Distribution from Villarreal has improved as the game's gone on. I feel like both sides have settled themselves in very well. This second half's been a much closer battle than the first, and Man City really had to work for that second goal that we scored. First 20 minutes or so, I felt like Villarreal were a bit vulnerable. That Man City found a way to exploit. I mean, to be fair, we could have had this game wrapped up inside the first 20 minutes if we'd been real clinical and Doku had scored that early opportunity and Haaland had put his header away. We could have been 4-0 up by half time, but we're not. So Kovacic does look slimmer. Fresh lock of hair as well. He looks fresh. Obviously he's had his operation. I'm starting to wonder if he's maybe had some kind of hair operation. And that's why he was out for so many months. Oh, that's a great ball from Kovacic to Haaland. That's a brilliant save from the keeper. Cracking ball from Kovacic. A good hit from Haaland. And a real good save from Luiz in goal for Villarreal. Good football all round. Here's Villarreal turning defence into attack now. Left-hand side. Chance for a ball to come into the box. And Ayoze Perez runs out of room, and that'll be a goal kick for Man City into the final 10 minutes then of this game. Don't forget, guys, please leave a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. 37 likes to go to 100. Do also subscribe if you're new around here. It is free, and do go and check out today's video sponsor, SofaScore. Links and details, they are in the description. Connor says our focus is on Aston Villa away on Sunday, so that is why we're resting the likes of Reijnders, Kovacic, Foden, Ait-Nouri, Cherki, Marmoush. All options for Man City, of course, ahead of Sunday, as Villarreal make their 4th change of the game. Papagay goes off, and Parejo comes on. Parejo. He takes the captain's armband as well. I'm sure that's how you say his name, Parejo. City under pressure. Can't find the pass, and they do get a free kick. Kevin, I think Kovacic is one of the most underrated midfielders. He's a cracking midfielder. As John Stones is the man that's fouled. Here's Donnarumma. This is like a new kind of Man City that we're seeing so far this season. The ball pass from Gvardiol and Pep's there on the touch. I just went. Poorly given away from Josko. That's funny. I like it. Oh, that's a great pass. And keeper reads it well and puts it out into the stands for a throw in. Tijjani Reijnders unlucky there. Josko Gvardiol's gone over to Pep to get some instructions. He's getting yelled at by Pep. Not happy with that pass then. 8 minutes plus whatever's to be added on to go. But yeah, Man City they will be doing some rotation ahead of Aston Villa. They have to do some rotation ahead of Aston Villa. And lots of good options, to be honest. What I find really interesting, and these are the players that they're keeping sharp, is the players that are coming off the bench. These are the players that you will be seeing against Villa. Kovacic with Nico G's injury. Tijjani Reijnders coming on. possibly Oscar Bobb, if City want to go with Savinho on the left rather than Doku, as Haaland's into space. Haaland! Oh, what a save from Luiz! What a save from Luiz! Haaland, the two efforts that he's just had on goal in the last couple of minutes, Haaland's done nothing wrong. They are on target. They're not straight at the keeper. It's forcing good quality saves from the goalkeeper. Two real good efforts from Haaland, two really good saves from Luiz. Keeping Villarreal alive here, just about. Corner for Man City. Bernardo to take. Not got any right at the minute for set pieces. Foden was on set piece duty on Saturday against Everton. Managed to give an opportunity for Haaland when he hit the crossbar. Bernardo puts a ball in. Headed clear. Too close to the keeper, that again by Bernardo. He's not got that one right. That should be a free kick for Villarreal, and is. Napoli getting hammered 4-1 against PSV. Good win that for PSV. Connor says, would I probably play the same team against Villa on Sunday, the team we played against Everton on Saturday? And if Nico O'Reilly's fit and be able to play... I suspect Nico O'Reilly's on the bench, so he should be good to go. City just haven't taken any risks here. He should be good to go. Would I go with the same team that played against Everton? No, I don't think so. Villa are very physically strong, so I think as Harvey Barnes just made it 3-0 for Arsenal. I think that should be a free kick for Man City, and is Oscar Bobb pulled down. That'll be a yellow card as well. Yeah, I think my team would probably be Donnarumma, Nunes, Diaz, Gvardiol, O'Reilly, Kova, Reijnders, Foden. I'm probably going to go with Savinho, Doku, Haaland would be my team at the minute. Mullen asks, where was I on the 5th of the 13th? There isn't a 13th month. I'm assuming you're on about the 13th of the 5th, 2012, which, of course, in America you do your month then days rather than days and months. It's days and months over here. I was at home. Watching and celebrating. Absolutely brilliant. Watching the drama unfold. Absolutely brilliant. As Marmoush and Rayan Cherki come on, Erling Haaland's just come off. So good to get Rayan Cherki some minutes, and Omar Marmoush as well, to be fair. I'm not too sure who's just come off. I think Savinho's gone off as well. So Marmoush has gone on the left-hand side. City have to step forward and win the ball. And win the ball, they do. They can come forward with it now into the final 4 minutes. I think it's Savinho and Haaland that's gone off. So Rayan Cherki drives forward. Plays the ball straight into Omar Marmoush's shin and straight into the stands. Goal kick, Villarreal. So guys, don't forget, leave a thumbs up on today's stream. 35 likes to go to 100. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here, and do go and check out SofaScore, today's video sponsor. It's looking like, barring some kind of catastrophic collapse by Man City, that City should go on and win this game and get back to winning ways in the Champions League. Our first away win in Europe in nearly a year since we beat Slovan Bratislava. Villarreal look like they're out of puff. I'd be a bit more concerned if they were knocking on the door, but City look, to be honest, if there's a team that looks like they're going to score next, it looks like it's going to be City. So, yeah. Connor, there'll be a lot of rotation in place for that Carabao Cup game next Wednesday. a good chance for a few of the players to get minutes who haven't necessarily had that many minutes, including James Trafford. So it'll be good to see him get some minutes. Nathan Ake could do with some minutes as well. Rayan Cherki could probably do with some minutes. Marmoush coming back, Bobb, and yeah, they could do with some minutes. So it'll be a strong team. Oh my words, it'll be a strong team. Here's Tijjani Reijnders then. Oh, this is good work by City. Here's Oscar Bobb, squares a ball across, and Villarreal do enough to get their foot onto that and bring the ball away. City's fresh attacking talent that's come on's caused some problems for Villarreal at the moment, as the ball's just hammered into Gianluigi Donnarumma, and he's forced us to whack the ball away, and in the end, angles against him, goes with his right foot rather than his left, and because the angle's against him, it means that it's a corner rather than a throw-in. So a cheap corner given away here by City, as Milero was shown that yellow card for his cynical foul on Oscar Bobb before. So 90 seconds of normal time remaining. City could do with just defending out this set piece here. Villarreal could do with converting this set piece. So we'll see what happens. Ball comes in. Header one. Post. Header again. Cleared. Massive chance that for Villarreal. They hit the post. A good set piece. They've had their opportunities. Like Everton, they've had the opportunities. Man City on course for the third clean sheet. I think Donnarumma's gone down. Or somebody's gone down injured. I think it's one of the Villarreal players. The referee's just chosen to stop the game just to check on that they're okay. It's a good corner, a good header. They're unlucky. Heads down, does everything right. Just hits the post, thankfully, for City. Ricochets up and they can't do anything with it. City, though, again, just shows the dangers of set pieces. Something to think about ahead of Sunday. That's a good ball from Villarreal, but it's going to run out of room there. Is that Ayoze Perez again running out of room? And that's going to take us into added time. So how long's going to get added on is the question now. Retro, thanks for tuning in. Very strong Arsenal defensively. As we're into the first of 4 minutes added on. I'm just hoping Man City aren't going to be made to rue not beating them, because we very nearly did a number on them at the Emirates Stadium. And we'd showcased to everyone that if you want to take points and results off Arsenal, we showcased how to do it. Be clinical in front of goal, defend properly, limit their space. The important part, scoring first. So Andy says 5-2 PSV now. Wow. Wow. Right, as it is a late one, 8 o'clock kickoff today here in the UK. I've got work bright and early in the morning as well. I'm going to end the stream near enough upon the full-time whistle, as Man City are going to get themselves a very cheap corner. So, yeah, thank you very much to everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. We're 35 likes away from 100. Do subscribe. Do go check out today's video sponsor as well, SofaScore. Links and details, they are in the description. Social media links are in the description too if you want to go and follow me on my X, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do get your thoughts as well in the chat whilst we're live for the next few minutes. And also don't forget, if you're watching this after the stream, get your thoughts in the comments below. I did say 3 games, 7 points. It's not a bad return. That's the kind of form that gets you a top 8 finish come January. Picking up a good solid away win in Spain against a difficult team like Villarreal. Good stuff by Man City. Real good stuff. Thank you very much, Andy and Alison as well. Nice to see you both tuning in as well. Much appreciated. We will be back with another live watch along on Sunday. I think the game's kicking off at 2 o'clock. If memory serves me right. It is, so we'll be live at 1:30 as Villarreal's got a good chance here. And put it wide. Yeah, we'll be live at 1:30 on Sunday with GMT on Sunday. So this is the last game where I get to say BST, actually. British summertime. We won't see BST again until March. Winter very much sets in. 6-2 PSV, wow. Right, just 90 seconds remaining in this game. City look like they're on course for 7 points from 3 games, and City also on course for their 3rd consecutive clean sheet as well, which is excellent from Manchester City. Connor, I'll take a 2-0 solid win. 2-0 is a good solid result. So, last chance saloon this for Villarreal to try and get back into it. Ball launched into the area. There's a player down in the box. City have got lots of bodies back. They've done well to get a foot onto it, and they can bring the ball forward. They've got 3 forward here, City. And that's a ball played forward here, looking for Marmoush, and Luiz is there. Luiz has had a very good game for Villarreal. I think it's my man of the match time. Rico Lewis and Savinho have had excellent games. I think Savinho is very unlucky not to be getting my JSGC man of the match, but I struggle not to give my JSGC man of the match to the man that opened the scoring today, the man that's just scored 12 consecutive times in 12 consecutive games for club and country. It's going to be Erling Haaland getting my JSGC man of the match. Bernardo Silva coming out with a goal. Donnarumma keeping a clean sheet as well. City look, for the most part, pretty solid defensively. Back to winning ways in the Champions League. 7 points from 3 games. Happy days. Right, waiting for the referee just to blow the whistle. Nothing else left to play for in the game. We do get the full-time whistle. Manchester City do win this game by 2-0. Back to winning ways in the Champions League. Cruised it in the end. Absolutely brilliant. Next Champions League match, as Conrad says, it's against Borussia Dortmund. Match day number 4. At the moment, in part of my schedule, we've got a live watch-along at the moment. Schedule can change, but scheduled in for another live watch-along, so that'll be the next Champions League live watch-along for you guys to enjoy. But yeah, thank you very much to everybody for tuning in. It is much appreciated. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'll be back in the next hour or so for my reaction from this game and giving more thoughts from this match, so do stay tuned for that. And of course, we're going to have all the build-up to Man City's game against Aston Villa as well at the weekend. We'll have a transfer update up in the next couple of days for you guys to enjoy as well, so do stay tuned for that. So yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you to Mixid for providing today's halftime entertainment as well. Do go and check him out. Links and details there in the description. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up as well. 33 likes to go to 100. And finally, I want to say a big thank you to today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. And a big thank you to SofaScore for sponsoring today's live stream. Thank you very much, Andy and Alison, for tuning in. Connor, thank you for tuning in. Julia, thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you guys all again as well for the live watch-along of Man City's game against Aston Villa on Sunday, 1:30 p.m. GMT. I will see you then. So take it easy, guys. I've been JSGC. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Peace. Ciao for now.